Okay, here we are. Legends Limited Super Saiyan Goku. We have his full information here. Now, I'm a little nervous for this because there's no character I want to be better than this Goku. This is the iconic version of Goku. This is my favorite version of Goku that exists in the entirety of Dragon Ball. Is my favorite version of Goku. I don't want to say we've gotten underwhelming releases since the anniversary end of it, right? We got Cell, who's very good. We got the Ginyu Force, who's very good. But they're not on the level of Goku and Frieza and Vegito. And I would even say the Gammas. I think the Gammas are quite a bit better than Cell and the Ginyu Force were. So I think it's time we started catching up in terms of power to Goku and Frieza and Vegito Blue, because they're just better than the rest of the game. I mean, that's just the way it is. So I'm really hoping they cannot do Namek Goku dirty. Come on. This is the Goku you got to nail. So let's take a look here and see how this guy was built. All right. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, so the Mighty Legend, or the Mighty Legends Limited Super Saiyan Goku, whose unique gauge rapidly charges as you charge ki, joins the fight. Okay, so it sounds like he has a unique gauge that's the same style as LF Cell, not the recent one, the old Cell, the old LF Cell. So him, and then also Ultra Blue Kaioken Goku have the same type of unique gauge as this. When the unique gauge is full, various effects will activate up to a certain number of times, including an increase to damage inflicted, abnormal conditions and attribute downgrade cancellation, ki and health restoration, and more. So it sounds like it's a repeatedly gauge that repeatedly fills up. So it sounds like it's more like Ultra Blue Kaioken's gauge more than Cell, because Cell fills up his unique gauge one time and then it's just full for the rest of the fight. And then Blue Kaioken Goku, of course, can repeatedly fill up his gauge. Plus, activating a special move or Ultimate Arts card while the unique gauge is full will power up the resulting effects. Oh, no, because it says, yeah, okay, so it says up to a certain number of times. Okay. So I'll have to see how that works. So special, if unique gauge is full, draws a Strike Arts card next, 100% to the next Strike Arts damage inflicted on hit, increases card draw speed, and nullifies enemy special cover. Wow, that sounds pretty good. And then the blue card restores health while reducing enemy ki by 100 and Dragon Balls by 1. Okay. And then the ultimate, no switching, and nullifies endurance. Okay. Unique gauge will be charged by 50% from the start of battle, so you can max it out in no time. Plus, Goku restores health, reduces enemy ki, and more when hit by an enemy's arts attacks, as characters' abilities are sure to prove useful all throughout the battle. Grab Super Saiyan Goku and use the unique gauge to get some significant firepower that you can use to deal huge damage to your opponent. He is blue. Okay. So let's just, before we even jump in to the kit, him being blue is interesting. Okay. I mean, obviously that's a really good sign for people who are getting tired of blue Vegito, right? Obviously with him being red. So you technically, I mean, I don't even know if I want to say technically, you probably are going to run this guy next to Goku and Frieza. So you're going to actually have multiple blue characters that can just wall off Vegito now. And you could even throw this Goku on a Universe Reps team, potentially, right? And you could run like Goku and Frieza, 17, and Namek Goku. That, I mean, you run into that team with blue Vegito, he's going to have a rough time. Triple blue team, right? I guess this kind of gives Rose some extra value, huh? Okay. All right, so Sun Family Saiyan, Super Saiyan, and Frieza Saga. Please do not let this be an instance where Super Saiyan Bardock is going to ruin a character. Please, dude. Don't make him underwhelming just because Super Saiyan Bardock exists. I told you this was going to be a problem, man. When they Zenkai'd that Bardock all the way... How long ago was this now? Like 3 years ago? I told you guys this was going to impact every Super Saiyan character moving forward. Just please don't screw this guy over, please. Okay. Main ability. This ability will destroy a card and draw an ultimate to replace it. Okay, so it's similar to Blue Vegito. Okay. Allowing you to easily pull off an ultimate during a combo, plus activating the main ability after the unique gauge has already been filled once will charge it by 50%, making it easier to fill up again. Okay, so once you activate the unique gauge one time, use your main ability, and you get 50% charge. Okay. Randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws the its card's Super Kamehameha next. Super Kamehameha Burst next. He gets his full Vanish gauge back. Okay. And then he restores 30% HP, 50 key, cancels enemy attribute upgrades and buff effects. That's nice. And then charges unique gauge by 50% if it has been filled at least once. Z ability. I'm just going to look at the 14-star Z ability. Saiyan, Frieza Saga, or Sun Family strike attack and defense, and then 18% to Frieza Saga blast attack. All right, I'm not a huge fan of the extra buff being to Frieza Saga, but obviously the base Saiyan Saiyan stat buff is very good. He does have blast armor on strikes. Okay, press opponents without fear of incoming blast attacks using Goku's blast armor. Okay, that's good. Then the blue card, we already know the blue card is a charging forward blue card. It's a melee-based blue card. Activate this powerful special move arts when the unique gauge is full to restore own health. It'll also reduce the enemy's Dragon Balls by 1 and their ki by 100, so it can continue to suppress your opponent's movements even after the attack is finished. All right, so it deals massive impact damage. Of course, it has blast armor. And then if unique gauge is full, resets own unique gauge to 0. Oh, so you have to reset the gauge. Okay, so I was thinking about this in terms of how it already exists on Blue Kaioken Goku, because Blue Kaioken Goku, of course, also needs to charge ki to fill his gauge, but he fills the gauge and then it like instantly just automatically resets itself. So for this guy, it sounds like this guy is charging his gauge the same way by charging ki, but you have to do other actions to reset the gauge. Okay, so you fill up this guy's gauge by charging, and then you can use a blue card, for instance, to reset it. It sounds like it's actually pretty similar to Beast Gohan. It just takes different actions to fill up the gauge. So Beast Gohan fills up his gauge by using cards. This guy will fill up his gauge by charging ki. Okay. So yeah, resets own unique gauge to 0, and the following effects occur upon activation. Restores own health by 15%. That's pretty good. 50% to special move damage. Sure, that's a lot. Reduces enemy ki by 100, and then reduces enemies' Dragon Balls by 1. That does not have a limit, so you can just infinitely destroy their Dragon Balls. Okay. Restores own unique gauge by 50% on hit if there is a defeated battle member. And then if unique gauge is not full, the following effects occur upon activation. 30% special move damage inflicted, and then reduce enemy ki by 30. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. 50% is a lot, and then 15% healing is nice. And then they're not going to be able to do anything. And the strong thing about this, too, is this is actually really similar to the Gamma's blue card when you have a dead ally, because they also reduce Dragon Balls by 1. But the thing with this is on activation. So if you're in close range and you miss the blue card, and let's just say you don't have Vanish, the enemy can't rush you right after that. That is pretty strong. And then they also are going to have 0 ki already. Let's take a look at this green card. This honestly, so again, you look at like all the most recent releases, and every single green card is just broken beyond belief. So this is going to be important here. This powerful special arts will increase arts card draw speed and nullify enemy special cover changes for a set amount of time. Plus, it can be followed up by a strike blast special. Oh, you can actually combo this. Okay. That's good. If used when the unique gauge is full, the special arts will also draw a strike arts card and increase the duration of the arts card draw speed and special cover change nullification effects. Okay, this is good. I was thinking, because this is basically the same exact green card that we already have on the existing blue LF Namek. Well, I guess this is also now a blue LF Namek Goku. The old blue LF Namek Goku, the transforming one. This is pretty much the same exact move that old LF Namek Goku has. And that old Namek Goku's green card basically is, you can't combo it from this, right? So you use his green card, it tosses the enemy away, and it just resets the combo. This one, you can combo this. So this is obviously already way better. Okay, that's really good. And it has blast armor. Okay, so let's actually take a look at what it says if the unique gauge isn't full first. So let's see. So restores unique gauge by 50% if there's a defeated battle member. If unique gauge is not full, applies the following effects to self upon activation. Restores ki by 30, 20% damage inflicted for 15 counts. Applies the following effects to self on hit. Okay, so this is, you have to land it. So he gets card recipe for 5 counts. He gets 30% to the next strike arts damage inflicted. And then he gets cover null for 5 counts. So that's, you know, like 2 cards. So like you use the green card, you land it, and then you can chain together like 2 cards that will have cover null. Okay. I mean, that's actually not bad because in most instances, you're going to use this card. And then 95% of the time, I think right now, you're fighting teams that just have a ton of strike cover changes. So what you're probably going to want to do is you land this if the unique gauge is not full, follow up with as many strike cards as you can, and then you save the blast cards for when the cover null expires, and then at that point you most likely are going to be in the clear to just chain together more cards. All right, so if unique gauge is full, resets own unique gauge to 0 and applies the following effects self upon activation. Restores ki by 50, 30% damage inflicted for 15 counts. Applies the following effects to self on hit. Draws a strike card next. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level for 10 counts. 100% to the next strike arts damage inflicted. And then he gets cover null for 10 counts. Yeah, so that is significantly better. He's getting more damage here. He's getting specific strike damage for the next strike arts card used. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it does look significantly better when you have the gauge filled, but that makes sense. All right, then the ultimate. This fearsome ultimate arts will inflict all enemies with no switching if the unique gauge is full, plus the increase to ultimate damage, minus 100% to sustained damage cut. That's really good. Nullifying of endurance effects and more are guaranteed to put some serious pressure on your opponent. All right, so it deals massive impact damage. So they decided not to give this guy supreme damage on the ultimate. What was the last LF that did not have supreme on an ultimate? Obviously, Vegito, well, I guess he's an ultra, but Vegito definitely had supreme, right? There's no way. Plus, he had like the extra damage. Can't even see the, yeah, there we go. Supreme. I was trying to think, like, what was the last release that did not have supreme? Like, every ultra character has supreme, right? Kid Boo's ultimate is supreme, I'm pretty sure. Kid Buu is supreme, yep. The Buu duo, I believe, do supreme, right, with their preparation mechanic. Let me see if I could even see this here. I don't even know where this is listed. Maybe I should just Control F supreme. Do they not have supreme? Is it massive? Oh, it is massive. Okay, so the Buu duo deal massive. I'm pretty sure the Gammas deal supreme. Do they not? Where are the Gammas? Right here. Let's see. Yeah, they deal supreme. Okay. So I guess the Buu duo are the last like characters that deal massive. But it's not an ultimate technically, right? Revival UI is a blue card LF. There's not a lot of ultimate LFs actually, because these guys are blue card LFs. UI Revival is a blue card LF. The Buu duo obviously don't have an ultimate. Goku and Frieza are a blue card LF. Orange Piccolo is a blue card LF. The Gammas are a preparation mode character. Yeah, dude, there's like there hasn't been a ultimate, like a character that decides. What's 17? Let's take a look at 17. All the way back in January. What does he do? His is massive too. Okay. I just wanted to check because it sounded a little, because we're so used now to getting ultras that like they're all doing supreme damage, right? All right, so massive impact damage, blast armor when charging forward. Let's just take a look at when unique gauge is not full. Restores unique gauge by 50% on hit if there's a defeated battle member. So that's for all the cards. So if the green, blue, and ultimate all give 50% unique gauge if there's a defeated battle member. Okay. So applies the following effects to self upon activation: 30% ultimate damage inflicted for 3 counts, and then minus 50% to enemy sustained damage cut for 3 counts, and then nullifies endurance. Okay. And then if unique gauge is full, he gets 40% to ultimate damage, and then minus 100% enemy sustained damage cut. But then the big thing about this is he gets no switching. This is the big part about this, no switching. I guess technically this is a way you can sort of get around Goku and Frieza. Because the biggest problem with Goku and Frieza right now is it's really hard to like catch them in anything. If you catch them on a sidestep, you can't rush because they can still nullify it even in the middle of their sidestep animation. You can't like catch them in a blue card or an ultimate because they have subcount reduction by 5 when you use an ultimate or a blue card against them. But if you have traditional no switching like this Goku does, then, you know, theoretically you can catch them with this and kill them. So, all right, so we're going to move on to the unique abilities now. There are, I guess, 2 things I'm looking for. The first one is not as important, but I guess it would be kind of nice if this Goku did extra damage versus LOE, just to help deal with Goku and Frieza a little bit more easily. And I don't think that's unrealistic, obviously, considering what this Goku is from, right? Literally fighting Frieza for 5 million episodes. And then the second thing, which I'm really going to be looking for, not just on this Goku, but for most releases moving forward here, is uncancelable cover nullification. And that is specifically to allow us to be able to rush Goku and Frieza in certain situations. I don't think we should just be giving uncancelable cover nullification to every single character at all times. It should be conditional, right? So we already saw that this Goku gains cover null on his green card, but I don't think it was uncancelable. Yeah, this is cancelable because it doesn't say cannot be canceled on here, right? Where's the... we have any buffs that say that right now? And no, we don't have anything. It's probably going to be some of the unique abilities, right? But it would say cannot be canceled on here or on here. These can be canceled, so you cannot use this cover null to rush Goku and Frieza. So we'll see if they're going to give this guy that somewhere in his kit. I don't know. I think they probably are just going to designate this as the main way of this character getting cover nullification, but we really have to start getting, you know, uncancelable cover nullification on characters, because Goku and Frieza can't just be the character you're going to be using forever until the game dies. Like, we need some way to be able to deal with them. All right. Unique ability number 1. An immediate 50% charge to the unique gauge at the start of battle makes it easier to fill up. Okay. Plus, drawing an arts card and decreasing strike and blast arts cost when Goku enters the battlefield, as well as restoring ki. Activates once. Activation count resets when character switches. Every time you land a strike or a blast arts hit, means that this ability makes stringing together combos a breeze. Immediately take the offensive when the battle starts or when switching to this character. Okay, so he does get damage against LOE, which is exactly what I just said. I'm good with this. Perfect. I think that is good. As much of an LOE fan as I am, I acknowledge that Goku and Frieza need to have some kind of check. So this is good. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts. Charges own unique gauge by 50%. 90% damage inflicted. There we go. 70% reduced damage received. I think this... moving forward, every single Ultra and LF character needs to have at least 70% reduced damage received. It's just actually it's necessary at this point. 60% key recovery, also very nice. It is pretty noticeable when these characters have just a base amount of key recovery. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level. Okay, we're going to be looking... I guess, no, actually, no, I was going to say we're going to be looking for other ways to get card draw, but we already do have that, because on the green card, he gets card draw speed, right? Unfortunately, this is cancelable. So, like, yellow Jiren can cover change this character and get rid of his card draw speed. But at least we know he's going to have this uncancelable card draw speed here, which is nice. So, that's good. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. 70% damage inflicted. Okay, so he's just entering the battlefield and he has 160% damage. And then an extra 20% against LOE. Sure. Oh, that's good. Randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer cards. And then he gets -5 to strike arts cost and then -10 to blast arts cost. Okay, I like that. That's good. Applies the following effects to self upon landing a strike or blast arts hit. Restores ki by 40. So this is basically like a slightly worse version of Ultra Gogeta Blue, because I think Ultra Gogeta Blue gets 50% when he lands a strike or a blast for the first time upon switch in. I believe it's 50. Oh, sorry, not 50%, 50 ki. Where is it? 50 ki. Yeah, here we go. Restores own ki by 50 upon landing a strike or a blast arts hit. Activates once and then resets when character switch. Literally the exact same wording as this, except this is 40 instead of 50, which is fine. I mean, he's getting the base ki recovery here, so I'm okay with that. And then he gets 10% damage inflicted for 10 counts. Restores Vanishing Gauge by 10%. That is the Gammas, right? Isn't that what the Gammas have? Where... Let me just... Vanish. Where is that? Yeah. Applies the following effects to self upon landing a striker or blast arts hit. Restores Vanishing Gauge by 10%. This is actually noticeable because if we remember back to the tag androids, let me see if I can go back enough to pick them up. Where are they? Androids. I have to... I probably missed them. No, here they are. I believe 17 restores Vanishing Gauge by 5. No, it's 18 that restores 18 restores Vanishing Gauge. I think it's 5% upon landing a card. Where is that? Yeah. So I remember when the androids were what everybody used. Like 18 has this, but you didn't really make a ton of use of this. It never really was enough to make a massive difference. But with the Gammas, with 10%, you actually really do feel that. That does make a big difference. So this is pretty exciting. For this NAMEK Goku to have 10% Vanishing Gauge restoration per strike and blast cards, per strike or blast arts card hit, and him having basically double card draw speed, and drawing a card, and having cover null, assuming you land a green, right? Like this is going to allow him to restore Vanishing Gauge, I think, pretty consistently. And then he gets minus to special move arts cost for 10 counts as well. Okay, so he's pretty reliant. I don't know what to call him, pretty reliant, but he gains a lot from landing strike and blast arts hits. He's stacking damage, he's restoring his Vanishing Gauge, and he's reducing cost in the blue card. And then he's also getting 40 key for the first time you land a strike or a blast. That's a pretty good first unique ability. Okay, things are looking pretty good here. All right, unique ability number 2, Goku has a special cover change against strike arts, and that's not all. This character greatest strength is a unique gauge that rapidly charges according to own key charge time. All right, let's see. When the unique gauge is full, it'll restore health and key, increase special move and ultimate damage inflicted, cancel abnormal conditions and attribute downgrades, and more. Plus, there's also a one-time effect to draw a special arts card. Oh boy. Which can display some immense power if it's used when the unique gauge is full. I was about to make a comment when we were done with this character that, like, I don't want to call him dependent upon landing a green card, but he's gaining so much from landing this. So the fact that he is guaranteed to draw this for the first unique gauge filling up, that's pretty good. I mean, he's getting this, right? He's getting all this for having the unique gauge filled up and using the green. Okay, that's strong. Okay, so let's see. Wait, I think they forgot to make this yellow because this is not part of the ability. Yeah, they forgot to make this text yellow. Okay. Knocks enemy back to long range of a cover change performed against their strike arts attack, and it's comboable with the blue card. That's good. Rapidly charges own unique gauge according to the key charge time while this character is in the battlefield. Okay, so like I say with all unique gauges, this is going to be something that we're going to have to experience for ourselves. Like, we don't know how long this is going to take to charge up. If this is, I imagine, because this is a unique gauge that is able to be filled up multiple times, it's probably going to be close, at least, to the amount of time it takes to charge Ultra Blue Kaioken's gauge. I don't know if it's going to be as fast, because that one fills up pretty fast. I could imagine it taking maybe like 1.5 times longer to fill up, maybe. But we'll see. We'll see. So I can't really comment too much on the unique gauge abilities because we just don't know how long it takes to charge this. Applies the following effects to self once unique gauge is full. Draws a special arts card next. Yeah, this is really strong for him. Activation count resets once when an allied character is defeated. So you can actually draw another green card guaranteed when you have a dead ally. All right, he's gaining a lot of dead ally mechanics, which is interesting. You know why this is actually interesting too? Is because this is actually anti-synergistic with Goku and Frieza. Because Goku and Frieza are never going to die, right? They're always the last one to die, pretty much. Okay. So I guess what you want to do maybe is you want to run this guy with Goku and Frieza, and then your third battle member, I guess you want to have somebody who maybe has an easier time of dying. I don't know. Randomly draws one new card when you have 3 or fewer cards. Okay, so he's drawing another card from this. He has so many ways of drawing cards. He's drawing a card when he fills up his unique gauge. He's drawing a card when he switches in. He has uncancelable card draw speed, and then he's getting another card draw speed instance when you land the green card. Okay. I don't think this character's ever really going to run out of cards, which is nice. Restores health by 15%, activates 5 times. 40 key, 15% damage inflicted, which is... Okay, this is stackable, and it activates 3 times. 10% special move damage inflicted, stackable, activates 3 times. 10% ultimate damage inflicted, stackable, activates 3 times. And then 20% to key recovery, stackable, activates 3 times. And then he cancels attribute downgrades on normal conditions. Wow. So if he... Let's just assume you're going off with Namek Goku. Namek Goku is being canon Namek Goku and just decimating everything. If you fill up his unique gauge 3 times, he's going to have 45% damage, 30% special move damage, 30% ultimate damage, and 60% extra to key recovery. So he's going to have... What is that? What's the... He's going to have 120% key recovery. He's going to have... So he's getting 45% more damage from this. So that's 45 from there. That's, what, 135, 205, plus 10% stacking damage every time he lands a strike or a blast hit, and then 20% extra damage against LOE. Ultimate damage, he's going to have 70%, assuming you have the unique gauge filled up, plus he's nullifying all enemy sustained damage cut, and he's locking. Okay. And then blue card damage as well. Dude, this blue card, because he's getting up to 30% blue card damage from that, but his blue card, if you have the full gauge, is already giving, what is it, 50%, I think, is what it was? Where's the blue card? Yeah, 50%. So he's getting 80% blue card damage. What is Beast Gohan's blue card when he has the unique gauge filled up? Oh yeah, Beast Gohan. I forgot about him. He has supreme damage on his ultimate, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. I think Cooler does too, actually. Where's Cooler? I think Cooler has supreme damage on this ultimate, I believe. No, Cooler does massive. Let me just check this Trunks. Nobody really cares about this Trunks, but let me just check. Massive, yeah, okay. Yeah, Beast Gohan is supreme. So what does Beast Gohan get? He gets 60. Deals massive impact damage. And then he gets 60%. So Namek Goku is actually going to have a stronger blue card than this Beast Gohan. Because he gets 50%, plus he gets 30% from the unique gauge being filled up 3 times. Which doesn't sound like it's going to be that tough to do. Okay. I mean, we're not done yet. Wow, this is going to be a 30-minute video. The following effects occur when hit by an enemy's arts attack while this character is on the battlefield. 20% damage inflicted for 10 counts. Restores own health by 5%. That's really good. This is the... yeah, and then this resets. This is the Raccoon effect. You guys know how impossible to kill Raccoon is. I'm actually really happy they're putting more of this on recent units, because this is a really, really strong ability. Just healing whenever you get hit. I like that. Reduces enemies... Dude, think about how strong this is going to be versus Vegito Blue. The entire reason they have this on this character is for Vegito Blue. That's the entire reason. Look at this! Reduces enemy key by 20 whenever he gets hit by a card. And it's going to reset. Oh no, it resets when an ally is defeated. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. I got overly excited there. Activation count resets only once when one allied character is defeated. Okay. So this is not going to be something you could just constantly abuse. I get it. But the initial combo, like honestly, the time when Vegito Blue is scariest is like the beginning of the fight where he's comboing you for 5 million years. That's why this exists. That's why this whole entire portion exists, is to sort of not counter Vegito Blue, but it's to at least mitigate the destructive power that he has in that first, 30 counts of the fight. Dude, this Vegito catches you in the first combo. You go to this Namek Goku, and then Vegito just like flies away like a butterfly. Like, goodbye, bye. You can't do anything. Goodbye. Like, and then he's stacking damage too. This, by the way, this damage stacking is not like, it doesn't have a cap. Now, granted, it's only 10 counts, which is not a long time. Like, if you're receiving the hits on this character, this 10 counts is not gonna be that great, because if Vegito Blue's like, not even just Vegito Blue, but like if I don't know, like Purple Cell is comboing you for a long time, this 10 count, like, you're probably going to get to a point where like 10 counts have elapsed before you can even start comboing for some of the stacks of this. But I actually really think this guy's going to be really good, right? Again, it's going to depend on how long it takes to fill up the gauge, but this guy, he has so many ways of filling the gauge up, right? Remember, he's getting 50% from the main ability when you've already filled up the gauge once. If you have dead allies, he's filling the gauge by 50% if you use the blue card. He's filling the gauge by 50% if you are using the green card. And the same thing with the ultimate. So, I don't know. We'll see. This character looks like a very good all-around unit, and I don't really have many complaints here. The one thing I would have liked to have seen, again, and this is something I'm going to start saying more and more and more whenever we get new units, is I am now looking for uncancelable cover nullification, because we just simply need a way to deal with Goku and Frieza. This character does get extra damage versus LOE. It's only 20%, but it should still help a little bit. But, we're now 3 months after the release of Goku and Frieza. I've said this before, I think once we hit that 3-month mark after a character comes out, it's time to start getting targeted counters towards those characters. That's the same thing I said for Blue Gogeta. This character is certainly a targeted counter towards Ultra Vegito Blue. It's certainly not to the degree of Final Form Cooler last year when Ultra Super Vegito came out. That was way too much. That was like overkill beyond anything we've ever seen before. But again, I'm just a little bit, I don't know, what's the best way to do it? I'm a little bit puzzled, I guess, as to why they feel the need to counter him right now as opposed to Goku and Frieza, considering they're about 2 months older than Vegito, right? Like, yes, I am definitely tired of fighting Vegito Blue, but Goku and Frieza have had way more time to shine than he has. And I would have preferred if this guy was a counter to Goku and Frieza, but I'm not complaining because I think this probably is a good thing for the game that they're doing this, but we'll see. Overall, I think he looks really, really strong, and I think as somebody who's a massive Namek Goku fan, I am very, very happy with the way that they designed him. Don't really see many flaws here, but we'll have to see how he functions in game tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.